Hello again. How the bloody hell are you? I hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Because I'm having a beautiful day, so I definitely wish you were having one. It's been lovely, lots of dog walking, lots of creativity, and now an evening full of here to show you how to make a project timeline with milestones. So using Canvas. So without further ado, let's get cracking, shall we? You can see here there's quite a lot of components or elements going on in this, but it's nothing difficult. You just have to find them. That's all. But one part that you may not realize is we're kind of layering up a little bit, because here underneath the numbers we've actually got these, this is one solid block. This is our timeline, or one of the timeline assets in Canvas. So I just, in case there was any confusion when you look at the elements inside your library, that is an element and we're putting stuff on top of it. So let's go and find that timeline first. So I'm going to move over into a blank space. We're going to come here. So I know that in Build Your Canvas and in Frameworks, we have a whole section dedicated to timelines and timeline elements, which will grow and get bigger as we move forward in time. But we could have also searched for it, of course, up in the search bar over here. I know that we're looking for the one with, so we have 7 milestones. So I've picked the one that has, you can see over here, 8 items, and you could also count them on there. So I'm just going to drag that over here like so. And then we also had the numbers. So I'm going to go back to Icon Jar and I'm going to have a look. I'm going to look up numbers here. So number, and we wanted these ones, and we want 7 of them. But I want to change their colors, because I do think it's nice to have a little bit of visual distinction between the content and then the secondary information, like the numbers of the top, the milestones. So we're going to do that by changing that main orange background to be, now don't feel lesser than just because you don't know your grey hex codes. This is my profession. I am trained to know the hex codes of specific greys. 353535 is a very nice soft dark grey that I like to use from time to time. And I'm going to just pop these over here. Need to judge them along. In fact, you know what I really like actually? I really like it when things kind of, they're not all in a straight line, especially when you're using Canvas, because it's got that organic feel to it. And I think it's really nice when things kind of bob up and down a little bit. They're not perfect. It looks nice. It looks nicer than if you were going to do it in a straight line, which is what I was doing for a moment there. And then we don't need this one at the end, so I'm going to crop it off. So like that. Then we wanted some map pins for the start and the end of the timeline. So I'm going to go back to Icon Jar here. I'm going to look for, it'll either, I'll probably call it a marker, I think. Marker or a pin. And here you go. And if we look in here, it's probably got marker, map, pin. We would have found it with all of them. I want this to be a solid color though. So I want the, if we're going to come in here, I want that white background to actually be the canvas mid color. Yes, you like that. And then I want to take what was the original highlight. I want to make that the lighter of the canvas colors. Now I have them saved in my palette, my different shades. And if you haven't done that for your brand, I'd strongly recommend it. It makes life really easy. I'm going to drag that over here to the start and the end. Now, I'm a designer, so I can judge distances pretty good. And there's a little bit of a gap, and we wouldn't really need to worry about it for this tutorial, but I'm just going to show you what I would normally do actually, is I would, if I want a little bit more runway on either end of them, I'm just going to take that asset and then I'm going to crop it, so I just get a little bit of the line to go back there, and I pop that there. Because that's just gone on the top of the map marker, I can still grab it, but I'm going to take that, I'm going to bring to front, and then there we go, we've got our map marker there. All right, now in the interest of a demo, I am not going to type in all of that text in front of you. I'm going to take this and I'm going to filter on text only. And I'm going to copy that, I'm going to bring it over here. So it should be something like this. Something like this, all right? Now, you can see that we've got these little dots here. You could use them and you don't even need icons. If you want to just stop now and say, we're done, this is great. I agree. I think it looks great as well, but I like to take things a little bit further. So I want to drop some icons in for each of these topics. But to do that, I need to cover up this little dot here. I don't want it to be visible underneath the icons. So I'm going to take a circle and I'm going to color it now. Yes, I have just done a tutorial test. So the color is correct, but basically the color of this Miro canvas, the default color is F2, F2, F2. So I just made a little circle that sits over that dot, and I'm going to make it big enough that it can cover the icon, and then I'm just going to click and alt click and drag to cover up the other ones, and then I'm going to take them and I'm going to duplicate them up here on that top row. Now, because we've copied all of these, the shapes of the circles now sitting over the text. So again, I'm going to filter on the text, and I'm going to bring the text to the front, because we certainly don't want the text hiding behind those circles. And then that's that. Now we need the icons. So objective setting, fairly sure I would have typed in goal or target. Goal, important. I only want to search in icons because I just want the small ones. I don't want big illustrations. I just want everything to be the small size. It's just for relevant context. So I'm going to change my filter to be inside current selection, which means it will only search within the folder I have selected, which is icons, and it will search if I don't put typos in. And I put in goal, and here's my little bullseye, and I'm going to drop that there. We can see already that we're probably going to want to nudge that text down, but I'm not going to do that right now. Research and data analysis. Well, with research, I always think like, okay, will a document, symbolize it properly? And when I did this, of course, I know this because I did one earlier. Oh, hang on a minute though. Yeah, there was one with a magnifying glass, which I thought was perfect because it was like really inspecting the document. And I was like, great, that's a really good one for research and data analysis. And then for the rest of these, I'm actually, I'm going to speed this video up because I don't think you need to watch me going through and, finding all my icons. And now we've got everything in place, I'm just doing some kind of final nudging around, like this. Sometimes you end up selecting that main timeline. Might be an idea to lock that so you're just not moving it around at all. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this. And it's pretty good to go, I think. There's just one more thing that maybe you like this format, and maybe you don't actually think that the numbers are necessary. Let me just unlock the timeline. So there's one last thing I wanted to show you, which was we could have it where rather than having those numbers, that they are also like just really small dark map pins. So I thought I would give that a little check. Let's go and try. We're going to go back here, and we're going to go back to, we're going to look for marker or map pin. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to make this one dark, so I'm going to go back to, it's going to be the same color as before, so I'm changing that main white background to 353535 for that nice soft grey. And I pick up the highlight color, and then I'm just going to, for me it doesn't really matter, I'm not going to be particular about what color that highlight and shadow are. All I want is for them to be a little bit darker and lighter than the soft grey, but that shadow is a little bit too dark. I think that's all right. There we go. I'm going to drop this in here, and then I'm going to make it a little bit small, and I think that that's a really nice size. However, you can see that the icon, the detail underneath obviously is showing up here, so I'm going to obscure that detail with a grey circle. And maybe by doing this, it's really teaching me that actually what we need is to have like some more simple timelines that don't have those decorations. But hey, it's early stages, and it's only through exploration and play that we can figure out how to make things better. Likewise, if you find that when you're playing with the timeline, if there's any different kinds of timelines you like to see me make, then please let me know, because I am all ears. I just want to make something that's really useful for you. That's all I want. And I can only do that with your help, rather than my big bag of assumptions. All right, pretty much there. You could be pernickety, right? You could be really pernickety and go back through and make these bigger so that you can't see the line behind them. That's probably, admittedly, what I would do. But let's do that. Yeah, see, it just makes me happier to just get rid of that. It's too distracting. And but hey presto, it looks pretty awesome, right? I'm really happy with it. And it was relatively simple. I mean, this video is mostly taken up with me talking, but let's just say within 15 minutes, you can have your own template for a timeline of milestones, or you could adapt it for a meeting agenda. And, you know, if you don't talk like me, you could possibly have it done in 5 minutes. I could have done that in 5 if I wasn't spending too much time thinking about the words coming out of my mouth. Anyway, wishing you a beautiful rest of day. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it, and let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to show you in future. Have a beautiful day. Bye.